Hello, 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 and welcome to the very first episode of Painting with lgbtQT's. I'm here with my very special guest and dear friend, Bryan.
Hello.
And today we're gonna go from this to... Oh.
Jackhammer me.
I know. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Bryan, or tell the people watching.
Yeah, so you're right. My name is Bryan. That's a good start. And I'm really bad at talking about myself. So let's see, I just turned 30 this year, and I say it like it's yesterday, but it was really in July.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here in Hollywood, living my best life and discovering who I am, mostly through my friends who are like showing me what's something that like I've been afraid to do and just going for it, like this. I can't find. Oh, there's the hole. I was like, where's the hole?
I know, the hole's there, and then you have the mirror down here too.
Oh wow! I just keep staring at myself.
She's so gorgeous.
If y'all could see the setup here,
It's so professional.
I feel like I'm at Mac.
So when you've done your makeup before, what's your makeup process like?
So I watch a lot of tutorials from mostly the Drag Race queens.
Mm-hmm.
I like to look up the ones who have like bigger brows, because I know I have big brows,
Mm-hmm.
or not like huge but bigger, and so I learn their little secrets for like covering the brow. And so that's step one, because when I do a look, I want to do a full look.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise I just do eyes because I'm
Yeah.
lazy. But yeah, I start with the brows, glue it down.
Mm-hmm.
Still need to get better at it, because sometimes I feel like it leaves too much texture,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't necessarily want that one. I want it to look like skin,
Yeah.
you know? So yeah, I wash my face, and I'll use a primer, because that's what you're supposed to do apparently.
Mhm.
Because you just, you got pores and shit, and they need, oh, can I cuss on this?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm like, I don't know who your audience is, so yeah, wash your face and use primer, then glue down the brows, and do that several times when you've got big brows, because there will always be a spot that you miss.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go for the foundation. I just go at it. I just get this big old stick and go all over the face and a little crazy. And I'm testing out different little the little things for like padding. I got some silicone ones, because they're supposed to be better at getting like only makeup on it versus the other ones that like absorb it. But I like what's the one, the BB blender? Is that what it's
Beauty
called?
blender?
Yeah.
I stole one out of your bag over there.
Okay. I was like, that looks very familiar actually. I was like, it's all the same paint on it that I normally use.
You play with makeup just to accentuate the
have
features
extensions?
you already have. So today we're gonna do with Bryan, we're just gonna accentuate, like he has really nice cheekbones here already, so I put the concealer there and in his T-zone here, and with your eyebrows we're not gonna glue them down.
That's okay.
We're just gonna
We'd be here all day.
a brightening powder under your eyes like that. So I always use this powder to kind of set the places on my face that I want to brighten. So really over your concealer.
Oh, is there something on my face? And yes, I will overdo the little quotes and references.
Yes.
So I hope that's okay.
That's perfect.
In case one of those like really popular girls sees this, like, hey, I used your phrase.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So you already have very nice eyebrows for
Thank you.
a man. So all we're gonna do,
Just cut off the
look up.
edges.
We're just gonna. So how did you start getting into makeup, or what was your first experience with it?
Let's see. I mean, everyone as a kid tried lipstick on from their mom, just out of curiosity, and you kiss the mirror because you're like, what do my lips look like, So, I mean, obviously that, but like actually getting into it, I would say a few years ago, just after, you know, getting into like RuPaul's Drag Race and seeing all these queens, I'm like, I'm curious. So decided to try it out for Halloween one year, actually, to just go drag and like shock people, shock myself, you know. So that's where it all started, and it's just like, you know, you walk into Sephora or any like makeup place, right? And you're just like looking at stuff, and you're like, ooh, maybe that, because you're just curious to try things. And I have a friend who works for a makeup company, and he's like, when I told him I was going to drag one year, he gave me a bunch of stuff to try out. He's like, try this, and this, and this. And so it made it real easy to get into it, because it's like I had all the stuff. You know, I didn't have to go to like CVS and get like super cheap, but like a bunch of things. So, but even the stuff I got, still, you know, kind of added up pretty quickly there.
Makeup can be very expensive.
So like drag on a budget is always interesting. But yeah, what was that, like maybe 3 years ago I started it, 4 years ago. So I want to say 3 actually.
And what would you say is your favorite part about doing your own makeup?
Oh, just like all the looks you can do with your face. I'm kind of like Alyssa. I just like keep popping my face and doing different things. You know, lifting your eyes and like, oh wow, you know, just experiencing yourself and the transformation all along the way. So, and it makes you really know your own features, because then you have to work with what you have and make it what you want it to be. I feel like it's a level of like self-love to be able to look at yourself that long and just really know yourself.
Most definitely.
I hate to like be too philosophical about it, but you know, you learn who you are. So, I grew very afraid of looking at myself and be like, oh my god, like I'm not trying to be the prettiest thing, because I know it can be an effort. So you just like ignore that and you walk away. But now it's like, no, it's okay to look in the mirror and be like, I like this about myself.
Yeah. So how would you define yourself within the LGBTQIA community?
The alphabet, yes. I guess I'm gay and a touch queer, and I say that while getting face on. And no, my fingers aren't painted right now, so I don't know if it counts, but yeah, gay and a touch queer. I feel like that's an area that I'm starting to get into more and exploring more of, and embracing the culture of. It's like, okay, like I feel like before I used to see it and be like, wow, these are like the weird people, but then I realized that's exactly who I am. And so it's really fun going out to local bars and club scenes that have these people here. Like I say these people, like I'm not part of them, but like just getting, excuse me, I burped like a man. Like right in your face. I was like, oh. But yeah, getting into these circles and getting to try new looks and experiment with makeup and just, you know, painting your nails and stuff like that. It's like things I never would have thought I would have done. If you had told me in high school this is what I'd be doing at some point, I'd be like, you're joking, right? Like I wouldn't believe you. I wouldn't bet $1 on it. So, but here we are.
Blush is my favorite thing to add to any makeup thing, because it really just brightens everything up.
It's a fun fact. As a kid, I used to have a little bit of like rosacea on my cheeks, and so it always looked like I naturally had blush on. And so it kind of faded as I got older. My skin's very just plain now. And so, but I remember as a kid being a little nervous about it, because I'm like, oh, does it look like I have makeup on? And you know, when you're not ready for that, when you're not who you are just yet, you know, you get nervous. And so now I'm just like, oh yeah, it reminds me of who I used to be, because it's kind of like, I'm hoping to see more of Adore Delano. She's one of my favorites, her and Alaska. And so I love that Alaska's like always doing something, because it keeps me watching.
Yeah.
Adore, she does stuff too, but I feel like I want to see more.
Close your face.
What are you putting on me?
Setting spray.
Ooh.
You always put a little bit of setting spray before you add any highlight, so that when you put the highlight on, it sticks. and gives it something to stick onto, and it pops just like
Well, I
that.
just learned something today. Ooh.
Close. Afterwards.
A touch more to keep it there.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Ooh.
Using house laboratories.
Where can you get it?
Amazon.
Ooh.
Or House Labs.
There's a store? So I don't have the biggest lips, so
It's fine. It's what lip liner's for. So with lip liner, you always kind of just want to follow the natural curve of your lips, because if you outline it too much, you look crazy.
what's this?
It's that. Like pout, like or
Oh. Oh.
and then a little touch of gloss to go over. I'm gonna open a little bit. The House Labs gloss is so amazing. And then to add a little bit of color into your face.
Okay.
Sometimes you can add blush on top as well to bring some vibrance up there. And now we have a woman
With a beard.
with a beard.